What's up, everyone? Nethervvoid back with more Factorio, episode 125, a quarter of the way to 200, which is really strange. Last we left off, because stopped it at 38 something minutes, was to go over here and get more engines. Good, we have 100 now, because we need to make 4 locomotives and 2 cargo wagons, because we're setting up 2 plate-in areas for our L1 chipsets. So we got those. Let's set these up, and then I think pretty soon I'm going to be setting up, well, like when I go over there to set up the carbon, I'm going to be setting up, which actually is going to require another input over here, carbon. I don't know if we're going to have enough inputs for this, though. If you look at, this isn't going to work. This is not going to have enough inputs for the different crap we need for all these chipsets. We don't have to have 2 chipset areas. Because that's just this. Look at this. We're going to need basic electronic components, which you already need, and then transistors, which is plastic, which is a whole nother input, right? Silicon wafers is another input, because we can't make those locally. Silicon, right? That's a whole process. You need silicon plates, which is carbon, calcium. It's a bunch of stuff, okay? I wonder if I can make carbon locally as part of the chain. I don't know. I know I can't make tin, so that's the, and I don't want to make solder plates anyway. There's a lot of crazy stuff that's going to have to be made in other areas. We might make the silicon plate over in the coal area, which is going to need to be expanded because it doesn't have this much room. Actually, I think the supply area for this would probably be pretty small. We don't need that many things making carbon, so we'll probably be okay. That makes silicon wafers. So that we can do on site probably. But again, you have to bring in all this stuff. Maybe we should have some of these make multiple. Like maybe this dude right here should do tin and solder. And maybe we should make this guy do 2. Maybe this guy should do tin and copper. We just duplicate this to the other side, and we actually could do it 2 more times. This guy could do 4 different items. I almost think that's what we're going to have to do. We should do that now. We should not wait for that. We should make each one of these do 4. Because we're going to run out of space very quickly. Which means we already have 1 train. We can make it do everything we need to do. Alright, that's what we're going to do. This train is going to supply 4 different things in here. It's going to do copper, tin, solder, and are there any other metals we need to do? Let's see. If we do chipset, well, I thought it's not chipset. It's a circuit, right? Circuit boards or whatever. Right. Transistors is going to be pretty crazy. We're already doing solder, so that should be pretty easy. Solder plate, stuff like that. Transistors are plastic bar, silicon wafer, which is what we're going to make in the carbon area, I think. But plastic bar is going to be something totally different. Ferric chloride, which is going to be piped in for a different area. Phenolic board. See, here we're going to need copper and tin. We should have that. Wood and resin, that'll be no problem. Ferric chloride, we might make that on site. I'm not positive. So plastic bar, silicon wafer is going to be another one, right? And then the next level is this. This is L3. So superior circuit board, fiberglass circuit board. So we're going to need gold. Glass, so that's 2 more. Integrated electronic circuits. So transistors we're going to be able to make, no problem. We might have a sub area for that. And solder. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Make some subcomponents first. That'll like free up a lot of space. And basic electronic components. It looks like it's used in everything. That's not a bad idea. So we'll make subcomponent areas for those. How are we going to do that? I don't know yet. Let me think about that. Plastic bar, tin copper wire, silicon wafers again, and sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is going to be a different thing we're going to need that we don't have yet. Module logic board, which I don't need yet, which is good. And then, so yeah, then we're going to do L3s, which is more of the same, it looks like, except CPU and that's copper, gilded copper, which is just copper and gold, silicon nitrate. So I think, yeah, we're going to have each of these things do four different things. That'll save us some space. And then we're also going to probably need a couple of generic areas for like transistors and stuff, because everything needs transistors. Every one of these chipsets, L1 and forward, needs these basic electronic components, I'm sorry. And then transistors are going to be one. Integrated electronics looks like it's going to be one. And then CPUs will probably be built into these L2s right here, or L3s, because it doesn't look like they're necessary in anything else. Well, in here, but effectivity, productivity circuit boards. So these are the different circuit boards for the modules, dude, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the circuit boards. I think there might be other stuff that we need to mess with, but I'm not too positive on that. So we'll deal with that when we get to it. So let's make some more of these. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. We're also going to need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What else are we going to need? That pretty much makes this whole thing, right? And then we're going to have to hook these wires up by hand. So for this, we can copy it and flip it over that way. That should be no problem. This whole setup can be flipped. Like this. Right? But we don't want it on here. We want it one up. It's got to go right here. Like that. Okay, so they're going to start setting that up. Let's also make some more lamps. You probably should make lamps pretty soon, because I'm tired of making those. Alright. There, that should get us everything we need for that. And it should be all wired up correctly. The next thing we're going to have to do is here, which means we're going to have to take these off because they're probably going to get in the way. But this is a flip of that, which I don't think I have in here. Nope. And that's a more compact version. I'm not worried about that right now. It should be fine. We'll get another copy of this. So why don't we do that right now? We have this, right? We just need the opposite version of it now. So let's get another one of these. Blueprint. We're going to make a copy, but first we need to take some of these out anyway. We're going to need these and that, right? Okay. Alright, so let's make a duplicate of this guy. And this is right in front of it. Then we got these two guys. We got this directly up against that. You only have to wire this up the first time. That's what I really like about having those, all those blueprints, because this is a pain in the butt. Alright, now we need to do all the wiring, which we don't have any more wiring because we gave it all away. Alright, first we're going to need the red wires, because that's like the kind of most duh, right? That red wire goes to that, then this goes to that, then this one goes to that. Very, very simple. The green is the opposite. Green in the back. Green to this guy. There. So let's copy this, and we'll just change the plates. And we'll copy this. And we'll copy this. There. Wrong. It's backward. Let's do that. There we go. So this says less than 2,000 plate, right? We only have one signal because it's empty. This one says less than 2,000 plate. Again, we need to wire this over. Nothing's connected to this, so we should be able to wire it to there and there. There. Now we should be able to make a copy of this and put it over there. We're getting damaged. Where? And the normal spot. We don't care about that. Alright, so let's copy this one. We're going to save this one for the archive as well. Right? It's just going to look like that, and then we're going to flip it. And then we're going to dump all this other crap that we have to make sure that these guys know how to build that. And I think I still had this. Yeah, there we go. Cool. These should be all set up too. I don't think... Did I use up all the red? Apparently I did. But there should be extra in here. Yeah, there's plenty. Okay. So that gets that all set up as well. Let's put that in here. Oh, okay, it's just the opposite. Perfect. This has plate as well, and that has... Okay, good, good. Except it's not hooked up, which we knew that would happen. There. Now it should have nothing. It's fine. So this thing is now set up to do 4. It's going to supply us with 4 different things. So the first thing we're going to tell it is to get us 10. 10 will be on this side. It's probably telling us to go. But first what we're going to do is copy this and tell it to go get us 10. It'll go get us a bunch of 10. So that means this guy is going to have to be filtered to copper. And copper plate, right? We don't want this having anything but copper plate come out of here. So he's all set up. Let's change this to 10. Change this to 10 if 10 equals 0. Actually, this could be anything, but we'll say 10. Actually, this is anything now. And we got to copy these because they're all the same. In fact, that should be what these are set at, but we'll do that and we'll fix those in the future. Okay, so this is saying, hey, you should be going to 10, but we're not. Oh man, we almost broke this thing. So this is going to go to all the different ones. That's fine. Supply plates, 10. Till inventory full. Go to that. So we almost broke it just then because we told it to go to a station that it didn't have in its list. We got to make sure we don't do that anymore. Got to be really careful. This should now not be on. Why is this still on? It shouldn't be. And it'll come back and turn off because... Oh, we might have to put this on that side. This is going to break that. It's going to tell it to keep going. It's going to tell it to go right back. Well, we can't watch it because it's busy. Right? It's going to go over here and do a whole bunch of crap. Let's drop this stuff, help it fill up. Why is the lead dude? Oh. Why is the tin guy not going to the tin spot? Where are you going? Ah. This is where we have a problem. This is why this doesn't work. We need a double line here. That should be fine. Go to it. Go. Why can't it get there? Why is it still saying it's no go? It's in the station. That's so weird. Alright, let's put this back down. I don't understand why it would say it's red. It's saying this is red. Why is this red? Is there another train I'm not seeing? This should be going straight to... Yeah, go there. What's the problem? Go. See, this is why I wanted to fix this. Manual, go. See, I can go. What's going on here, man? Alright. So that's going to be a major problem. We're going to have to fix that. This has to be a double line. Because we got too many dudes coming in here and filling up. Alright, so like we said, we're going to fix this up. Let's get some tin and just fix this guy. There we go. He should go back now and fill up that spot. See, he won't because this is too far. So we got to put these on this side because they have to be able to cross over this before they hit that. So let's refix these just to this side, and we'll rewire them like this. We'll have to fix that in our little thing here. So this will say, we got to copy, let's copy this. Right, this says if to, then go. This is going to say, let's copy this one. Oops. Copy, nope. Copy 10, right? 10, okay, good. So it can't go that way. So let's go like that. It reads first and then tells it to turn off. So that'll work. That will now work. And so will this one when we get it set up. The cargo reader has to come first so that it shuts off the damn light that says go back to the other station. Okay? So hopefully we've fixed all this other issue we have here with the trains clogging each other up and stuff. But we're going to have to fix this. It's going to have to go off a main line. What we should do is just move all this stuff, or at least make space, so we can connect it right here and it can come up this way. It can come straight off the thing just like we do with these. In fact, I think you can do one off each one of these. That'd be cool. I'd just do that for that guy. Probably this for lead, this would be for copper, and then we have one for iron way down here. That's probably the way to do it. Is this guy done yet? Go back, you're full, pretty sure anyway. What's this guy doing? He's on. Well, let's help him fill up too. Where? Oh, there they are. Okay. We'll help him fill up too, but we got to fix this. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I probably should do it right now because it's really not going to fix itself, right? There we go. So now he's going back to where he needs to be. We have to fix this. This whole little service line is not going to work. It's too many trains. So we're going to have to fix that. It's too long of a service line is what it is. There we go. I don't know why this guy's need more lead. I think he got sent off because I was trying to fix that thing and he just never came back. This guy definitely needs more iron. That's for sure. So I think he'll stay put for a while. But we need to fix that fairly soon. I'll probably do it on the next episode. Just want to kind of get this other piece working. Let's get all this supplies thing working here. So the next thing we're going to need is solder. So we'll tell this thing to get solder. We'll make this one solder, I guess. So when solder plate is less than 2,000, and this one's just anything, If it's empty and this is less than 2,000, let it rip. I think we're going to want to make 2 more of these things to get this off the train faster. So we'll do that in a second, because now this thing is supplying 4 different things. So that's going to be really important. And then I think I still have supply plates, solder in here. That'll be good. You should be getting 2 out of this now. Oh, it's still full, so it's not. Oh, wow, that holds like 5,000, not 2,000. Damn, okay. So we've got 4 more. That'll help it about get twice as fast here. We might as well just do the whole thing. Let's do 2 more. Let's do the full Monty on this sucker. We're already running out of rubber. Let's go get some more. That's never run out of rubber, okay, guys? Alright, now we're going to have the full... Oh, we can't. We got to move this whole thing out. So let's copy it first. Let's recopy this, right? And this is... Well, it really depends on which side of the train you're putting this on. Which side's the entrance and which side isn't. So maybe we want to keep both of these. So why don't we move these over here? Let's get the copy of the other types, right? Because you never know what one you're going to want. So for that, we're going to need 2 more of these. Let's copy this guy, right? Put him in the book. And we'll copy another one real quick. Put him in the book. Because you never know what you're going to need. Now we have all 4. In fact, it goes more like that, actually. Wait, isn't that the same? Kind of want... Let's redo this one. I want to make it obvious, like, that these are different. Okay. So we've got every side now. Okay, so I've got every side. Let's tell it. We might not have enough roboports set up here. Let's put one more up. Right there. But let's tell it to rip this out. We're going to move it up 1. And this side we don't need to, but I'm going to anyway, whatever. So we're going to need this again. But it's got to be 1 higher than this. It's got to be right there. Same with this, but on the other side, and it's got to be 1 higher. It's going to be right there. All we have to do now is just reset up the station name, so that'll be no problem. We might have to set up, like, we still have to set up the red wire from this guy to here, probably. Yeah, so he's good. What are we getting out of here? 1. Okay. And this is set up to, we're going to set this up to 10. 10. Alright, that's all set up. So we just have to also set up this, right? Oh, now it won't reach. Okay, we'll go to here. There we go. So now we should have this all set up. Yep, it's sending out a signal because it doesn't have any solder. So this should have 2, and then this guy is going to go to solder now. But first, let's put it in there. Supply plates, solder. Okay, till inventory full. Now I can put it in here and it won't freak out. Won't have a chance, anyway, of corrupting my file. Alright, so it should be going to there now. It's on automatic. Go. Why is this not working now? We'll just do this. A little easier. So now we can set up this. Now we can have 6. We need 2 more. Of course, right? What are we about to run out of? Inserters? No, we don't care about those. Iron? We got tons. Resin? No. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I think it's probably these dudes, basic electronic circuits. Alright, now this thing is full blast. So we can also have this thing do carbon when we get that set up. And we can have one that supplies enough to make L0 and L1 chipsets. And we have more supply areas ready for when we need them, because we will need them. So let's go see how this guy's working over here on solder. Okay, he's taking in solder plates. It's going to take a while. Let's help him out, because we're trying to watch this thing work. There, he's good. And now solder's going to start producing again because it doesn't have enough. And it's back supplying the solder, and it's going to take it off super fast. Wow, I can't believe it didn't wreck just then. Cool. Very cool. Good. So that's kind of neat. I didn't know that. Now we can see that one supply train like this can supply us with 4 different kinds of things. Now here's the deal though with these. When it heads out, if it heads to copper, it's going to go to copper, fill up, go to tin, try to fill up, it'll be full, so it won't matter. Then it's going to go to solder, then it's going to come all the way back. So it's going to take a while. It's going to run through the maze a little bit. That's fine. I mean, it depends on where it's going. So what you really want to do is you want to, the guy it needs to go to the most needs to be closest to the supply piece where it drops off. Okay? Like, copper's the one we need the most, so I really should move that down. It's too bad you can't up arrow, down arrow these, but it is what it is. You have to move all these and stuff. It kind of sucks. Actually, I could just add it right here and it'd be fine. Let's add supply plates copper down here till inventory full, and then I can just delete it from here. Probably need to do it here too, because solder is probably going to... Well, no, that's not true, maybe. Right, he's still emptying. He'll be fine. He's not going to go anywhere. And then that one, again, is set up so it just sits there when it's finished. It doesn't do anything. Alright, we got about 3 minutes left. The next thing we're going to have to do is probably fix the supply plate area up here. We're going to have to start ripping more of these out and moving them. Which is fine with me. It's going to work out really well, I think. It's going to be really awesome. I'm not really sure where I'm going to move those to, though. Let's look, since we have a few minutes. Can't really put any more down here. There's really no space. We could put some here for now, because we're not using this. We could put a bunch of them here. We're not using this at all. Here as well. We should probably just fill it in here, because we're not using any of this stuff. We're mainly messing around down in here. Yeah, I'm going to put a bunch of them here. I'm going to fill this whole area right here, probably. I'll leave a little space right here for my little path, but I'm going to start doing that. So, oh, I can pick all this stuff up. So I'm going to want one right here. Because I could do another double here. If I just take this row out, I can make a double line right here, and then just have splints coming off like that. But I already have a double line right here. So I might as well use it and go that direction. Wait, it's going to have to cover over that. I don't know if that'll work. Let's try it over here. I don't know if we can duplicate that. Let's get the train one out here. That's not the train one? Is this one it? Guess so. Let's try this one. So if we have this, can it do this? Oh my god, it can. I don't think it can. Let's look at that. I think it can. I don't know though. The problem's going to be we're going to need chain signals right there. And I don't know if they'll fit there. Well, we'll try it. Let's try it. I don't think the chain signals will go down here. It would need to be more like this. Oh well, we're going to try that though. We're at 29.56. Let's start ripping this out. I'm going to try this. Let's rip all this out. Oop, not this though. Well, yeah, because we're going to rip this too, right? Let's leave that. We'll leave this too. Well, we don't need this, I guess. If we're taking all that out. We don't need this. And that should connect. Everybody here is connected, so I'm not worried about it. Let's take that out. We don't need it. Oh, he's not connected. He's missing some. Let's just rip this whole guy out. Which means some of this we're going to have to do ourselves, but... Okay. We probably need some lighting in here, though, at least. Oh, man, is my grid off by 1? It sure looks like it. Let's get the grid out here. Let's get the grid. That's not it. Nope, it's pretty good. I'd say it's pretty good. So why don't we do this? Let's connect, while we're here, why don't we connect this? The wrong book. Why don't we connect this so that we don't screw this up? Wrong. Oh, okay. And we're over the time a little bit, so I am gonna, let's see, I have a few of these left over, right? I am gonna cut it here, but I want to make sure I'm ready to cut it. So let me put some of these in here, maybe some lights. We should have plenty of everything now. That's going to do it for episode 125. Let me know what you think. Keeping it to my 30-minute mark, a little bit over, not a big deal. I'll see you guys next time. Stay frosty.